This episode of Southeast Iowa Today is brought to you by Griner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa, using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix it, clean it, and customize it. McDonald Boneyard of Keota, Iowa, for all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. For great food, it's your choice. Your Choice Family Restaurant of Wayland, Iowa. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come to our cruise-ins this summer on the second Tuesday of the month, June through September. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna, Aaron's, and Gravely dealer. Fred also fixes and sells snowblowers. B&B Propane and the family of Jet Stops. Dutch Market and Coffee Talk of Washington, Iowa. Dutch Market can handle all of your grocery needs. They even have a conference room you can use for free. Coffee Talk's drive-thru is open and ready to serve you coffee, energy drinks, sandwiches, baked goods, and ice cream. They all present you the award-winning Southeast Iowa Today. Here's the author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host, John Bain.
Thank you, announcer Cody Roy of NewEnglandDukes.com for your golden pipes and wonderful introduction. I am back at the Henry County Courthouse. It is April, what is the date today? April 3rd. Thursday, April 3rd, 2025, and the Board of Supervisors had their weekly meeting. What I'm going to do is there's a lot that went on. There was department head meetings and updates, as well as the planning and zoning recommendations in the hearing for the alternative energy overlay. So we're going to do the planning and zoning approval, or the setup for the public hearing and all of that. So you're going to see that first. We'll get right to that, and then on another episode, I'll have all the other county business. So here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome all to our weekly meeting, but today it's a camp out up here and it's cold, so that's why I left the coat on. And so first thing on our agenda is to approve the agenda, but the one item number 3, the P&Z will be in 2 parts. We'll do the public hearing dates first and then come back to the recommendations later after the department head meeting. If that's all right with you, we'll approve the agenda as stated.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Yeah.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. We have the minutes of both of 2 meetings on March 20th and the minutes of March 27th. Everybody has a chance to approve it with a couple little typos.
Correct.
And,
Yeah, I would make a motion to approve with a couple of, well, just one actually.
now one typo, okay.
Unless Steve was actually really moved by that whole discussion. Okay.
Do we have a second for both, all 3?
Yeah,
All
yes.
those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Joe, you're first on the agenda about setting public hearing dates so you can get it into the paper. That's why we're doing this.
Read that.
Oh, thank you. Okay. We're here to set the public hearing dates. This is on the, for the recommendations of the P&Z Commission. With that, I'll entertain discussion from us on what dates we wanna start having them.
So what does that have to be published in the paper, Joe?
Well, it has to be at least 4 and no more than 20.
Okay.
If we get it to the paper today, the earliest date you can do the hearing is 15th of April.
Okay.
My question is to you two board members, do you want to have that as a special meeting dates, those hearings? Or have it during our regular days?
I'd like to have one date from an evening so that we can get as many people as possible and get as much coverage as we can.
I didn't put that.
Hopefully we'll get more participation.
Okay. Do you want to have it on any one certain date? If you have the first one on the 17th, I will not attend it in the evening.
I'm pretty flexible on dates, Chad, or
Yeah, I am too.
we could do the 16th.
We set a date, I
The
can-
22nd.
I can make happen.
I think we should be there if we can do it, Mark.
Well, thank you for that. Do you want to go with the evening of the 15th then?
I'm fine with 15th, 16th. Chad, where are you at?
And you, on the evening, do you want to have the others during a regular meeting or a special meeting?
This would be public hearing, so,
I'm thinking have a dedicated meeting for that.
I think it's,
That way we're not imposed on, or, you know, limited on time or subjects or anything like that.
I was thinking the same thing.
okay, yeah, I can agree with that, totally.
Do you want to have it on a Tuesday morning or a Thursday afternoon or whatever you want to do? I'm game, I don't care.
Well, we're gonna have one evening meeting for sure. You guys still need to have any more than one evening meeting? We get all the bulk of it done on the first evening of the 15th and then work through it in a special session during the day, okay?
So we're gonna have it on April 15th in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
second one being,
6 o'clock?
sounds good. When do you want the next one? You wanna have it on, keep having them on Tuesdays, like the 20th, 2nd, and the 29th
I'm fine with
in
that.
the mornings?
Are these all public hearings?
Yes.
We're doing, how many public hearings are we doing total? 3 public hearings.
22nd, 29th, I'm fine with that. You would do those at the same time? In like 9 a.m. or something?
Correct.
Okay. 9 a.m. on the 22nd and the 29th?
And make sure I'm free all those. Yep. No,
And the 29th, you said?
Yes, 22nd, 29th.
Okay.
9 a.m.
okay. With that, I'll entertain a motion to set the dates of April 15th at 6 o'clock in the evening, the 22nd at 9 o'clock, and the 29th of April, all in April, for a public meeting on the P and Z Commission's recommendations.
I'll make that motion.
Your second.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? None.
Courtroom, okay for location as long as they're open for us?
Yes.
That'd be great.
Check that
I
out.
will check that out and go to it right now and make sure they've got that. And then we'll do first, second, and third readings following these. Okay. Do you wanna do that first reading after the public hearing on the
We're gonna do each one of
29th?
those days. Yes. We can have we can do a reading each one of those days.
Well, public hearing and readings are two different
Okay,
things.
okay.
So, we're doing 3 public meetings and then 3 readings, following the 3 public hearings. Okay, and do you wanna do the first reading after the 29th, after the public hearing on the 29th, or do you wanna push it back to the next meeting after that?
That's your,
Just wanna clarify what we're doing.
can be changed at any one of those meetings and during a public hearing.
Yeah, we can set that later, but if we're gonna do it on the 29th, I'd kinda like to throw that in there, that'll be the first reading along with it. If we're gonna do it a different day, that doesn't matter, you can set it at that public hearing.
Okay.
So you just wanna set the first reading at that last public hearing?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be easier.
Yeah.
I'll go get this.
All right, well, we'll have that other discussion later on after our next item on our agenda.
Just so I understand correctly, if there's an issue that comes up that we need to hash out more during the first and the second meeting, that date can be adjusted, is that what you're saying?
Not the date, but the thing with the issue can be addressed.
You do public hearing, after the public hearings are done, you guys can discuss it as much as you want before you act on it, so. These are just the formalities of the public hearing. After that, if you wanna hold 10 more meetings to discuss it, you certainly can.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right.
Hey, do me a favor, will you? Give this episode a like and make sure to follow and subscribe. It's free.
Okay, we'll move on to, the P and Z, recommendation.
I think you guys all have the recommendation. They basically recommended the ordinance was prepared by the Watchmen LLC, with that, on the last page, the language about court venue. That, I will say that the attorney's office recommended against that, haven't they passed it anyway, just so that's clear.
But that's gonna vary anyway, depending on the dollar value, isn't it?
Well, it'll vary in a lot of things. I mean, if you wanna, I think then you're gonna get to the point as far on, the way I understand it, but they wanted it in there, so it's in the recommendation.
Okay.
So far as the recommendation, we will have a public hearing on, what, 22nd now, was it? 22nd?
Yep, 6 o'clock in the evening,
6 o'clock in the evening.
upstairs.
And then at our other meetings, we will be able to go through this and discuss it unless anybody has something that wants to be said here.
Yeah, I'd just like to recognize the group here. Obviously, the Planning and Zoning Commission didn't really understand what they were getting into probably when they signed up to be on the Planning and Zoning Board several months ago or a couple of years ago for some of you, but this turned into a pretty big project. So as you have gone over that, I think I went to the first meeting last January, and it was an educational process for me as well. But I think you've all learned a lot over the course of the last year, and this thing has evolved immensely from where we started at. So I just want to say thank you to the Planning and Zoning Commission for the hard work and effort that they've put into this, because I know there's been a lot of follow-up and a lot of reading and a lot of late night meetings to try to figure out where we're at. So I know Jim is here and Kurt's here, so thank you guys for that. And you guys want to say anything?
It is a lot of give and take on getting that put together, and there was some things that I gave up and some things that others did to come out to something that was consensuous to all of us. So I think it was, and all of those were put together by either other lawyers or actual ordinances in other counties. So I think it was a pretty good ending to what we tried to do. Best for me anyway.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
thank you.
And thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I've read through this. I know the other guys have read through this as well. It's pretty comprehensive and it's pretty thorough and detailed, and we appreciate all the hard work and effort, like I said. So again, thank you.
And thank the Henry County Watchmen for putting that together. They did a lot of the legwork to get that so that it was comprehensive.
Thank you, yes.
Yes, thank you all for the work you've done. Nothing else on that? No? Chad, you anything? So we will have this then on the 22nd at 6 o'clock in the evening.
And I did have to push the publication back because of the 3 readings. If I'd done on the 10th, it would have been more than 20 days, so I had to push that back.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Well, as you can see, the county of Henry and the great state of Iowa is closer to a zoning ordinance in place for alternative energy, the overlay district, and all of that. Public hearings are coming up. I'll do my best to try and cover as much of that as possible. Please, you do your best to go to those. And I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank my sponsors, Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, McDonald Boneyard, Your Choice Family Restaurant, Girling Repair, B&B Propane, and the family of Jet Stops, the Dutch Market, and Coffee Talk. I'm your host, John Bain. Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.